Welcome back to North to Prem. In today's episode, we have our Season 2 wrap-up and then a Season 3 transfer special taking us up to the very first game of the new season, which will be in the National League after our promotion from National League North. We are still with Peterborough Sport. Our reputation now as a coach is 1.5 star, and as soon as we have that tick-over day for the new season, we will obviously request our new coaching course. We have got a lot of the team tied down for next year, and I think we have got a lot of quality players, and we obviously brought in some youngsters as well who will be looking to get into the first team as well because they are all quality. I think there is not a ton of work to do, but we definitely have some positions where we need to improve, and we have some positions that are going to be a little bit light once some of the loans leave. So first, our Season 2 wrap-up. So we did win the league. We won National League North. Only 4 games lost all season. Only 3 drawn as well, which is even greater. 120 points in the league. I don't know if I've ever... I think that is actually the highest points total I've ever had for a season. I can't think of a season where I've got more points than that. It helps because obviously you play 46 games in this league, but I genuinely don't think I've ever had a higher points total than that. 91 points. We are far too good for this league, and I think when we go up in the National League and we'll be joined by Scunthorpe, who won the playoffs, I genuinely think we'll be maybe not for the league title, but maybe we're even fighting for the league title, but at the very minimum playoffs. Our aim from the board this year was a minimum of playoffs, but we've absolutely smashed that. We were first pretty much the entire season. We've been absolutely dominant. We did have a little bit of a run with Scunthorpe, and they've rightfully came up for the playoffs because they were really good this year as well. But we even did well in the cups. Obviously, we won the FA trophy, and we got the 3rd round in the FA Cup, which has massively helped the finances. Our budget for next year is £10,000, which at the National League team is actually quite a good budget for a weekly wage. We are spending, we have a committed spend of £7,000, so after the players whose contracts are out do leave, we will have a budget of around £3,000 left, so we can definitely do some work with that. I think we will look for a couple key positions to get players in, aiming from somewhere around the £500 a week mark for first team regulars and maybe a little bit less for players underneath, unless a really good player becomes available, and like we have with Joe Knight where we're offering £700 a week, we may go a little bit above that. A couple of the loans contracts are out at the end of the season, so we will take a look at those as well, but other than that, I think the only player leaving who is actually tied down is George Robertson. Everyone else we've got for at least the next season, but a couple of the youngsters we signed actually got them on 2-year deals, so we've got them for the next 2 seasons. We definitely want to be integrating them into the squad. Overall, I think positions we need to improve on. We obviously have Errol Mundell-Smith in. We know what, we should probably get some of the, let me integrate these youngsters, and I'll come back with what I think we have for next year and where we need to improve. So I've fiddled around with the team, and I think this is the team we're going to go with. So it's a very familiar defence. Shalner are coming to the midfield with, obviously, Titchmarsh's loan finishing at the end of the year. That's definitely a position we need to improve on. But then I think this will be our attacking force. We'll have Mully on the right, Copley in the middle, Taylor Hart on the left, and Mundell-Smith up top. Whilst Ibrahim was really good this year, his rating does show that he probably isn't going to make the step up to the National League to be quite as good as he has this year. Luke and Lynch can play in behind, and he can also play on the left as well. And Kamani Ryan can obviously play in any of the wing or the attack in position as well. So I definitely think we probably need another striker. We probably are okay with wingers. We're probably okay with the attack and mid. So we definitely need a holding midfielder, and we definitely need some cover in defence. Like I say, a couple of the loans contracts are out at the end of the year, so we might look to get those in. But it really just depends if we can get those deals done, or if even their parent clubs offer them extensions as well. So we just did our own little end of season wrap up, but we'll go through the official game one as well. So of the new arrivals, I think Kiddo Taylor Hart actually got player of the year for signing of the season, I guess. 17 goals and 34 appearances. I think that's worthwhile. Hui coming back from his loan spell to sign on permanent. I think he's been quality. I actually think he's probably more of signing of the season. 28 assists is crazy. He is so good, and I'm definitely going to keep faith in him. Unless a really good right back becomes available, I think it's going to be a Hui. I think I'm going to give him the chance to make the step up. I don't know if he necessarily can, so we'll see. But I think he could. I definitely think he could. Reece Allport has actually ended up being quite a good loan signing as well. 6 goals and 5 assists in 16 games. His contract is actually out at the end of the year. It isn't. Okay, Crew have actually renewed his contract, so he won't be coming back. That's a shame, because at one point it was actually out at the end of the year. Kamani Ryan was doing really well until his injury. I didn't realise Taylor Hart was also from Arsenal, so there is a little bit of link up there. I thought he was from Derby, but that was actually just a loan. So the 2 youngsters from Arsenal there. I mean, that's good pedigree, so I'm not surprising they've done well. Simiu was quality as well. Cowler, good as well. So Yeah, I think all of the signings were good, really, for this year, even the ones who only came in on sort of rotation. So, yeah, we've covered the competitions. We won the league. We did well in the cups. Nothing to note there. Biggest win was in the FA Trophy, not surprised, against a non-playable team. And then we also beat Scunthorpe 3-1. I definitely think that is the match to remember. And then someone got a goal of the season, Knight. I don't remember that goal, but it must have been a cracker because it was the equal. It was actually put us 3-1 up. Oh, that was actually when we went 3-0 up, wasn't it? That was so disappointing, not winning that game. But we did well. Finances were all okay. Reputation, nothing to speak of. Yeah, not too much interest there. There's our 11. I think the only player who's not going to be here next season, besides obviously Titchmarsh because his loan's done, and Allport, didn't notice it was him. Obviously, Chucklemecker's contract is out at the end of the year. We will try and offer him a new deal, but he wanted like $1.5 grand a week, which we are not paying in the National League. So it's a very, very good chance he'll go. And I think we've already got our replacement in Mundell Smith anyway. We've just got some end of season wrap up bits. There's kind of what we've been doing. We've gained 1,300 social media followers. I think that must be from like just doing well in the FA Cup. I think that gives you a little bit of a boost. In terms of next season, the board want us to get in the top half. I actually think that's realistic because we have done really well. Basically all the way that we play anyway, and then 1 year contracts. I mean, they're all going to be about a 1 year contract in the National League anyway. Top half finish, I think that's more than fair. I think we should be trying to at least get playoffs, to be honest. But we'll just tell the boys that we want top half because that's how you play the game. We'll talk about our aims. Definitely not champions. Next season, where is top half? I don't want to win the title. Playoffs. Congratulations. Before you all got it, I want to let you know. I don't want to say I want to keep faith in them, but I don't want to say I want new additions either. Well, that's annoying because I don't want to say either of these because I'm definitely going to be making signings, but I probably won't be making a load of signings, so they'll be unhappy either way. But if we've got the ability to get to top, I'm just going to say this one because if we don't make, it's more likely we're probably not going to sign a ton of players. So hopefully they don't take that as like we're not going to sign any. I'm not getting replaced. We're all getting a chance because that I don't think is. Have I made that? Is that a promise now? That is come to as a promise. I don't know. I didn't want it to be a promise. It's only a few of them. To be honest, they're like 5 players who are all going to play. So we'll probably like sign some cover. So, but hopefully if any of these kick off, then I guess we'll just move them on. But they're all really good players, so they'll probably be in the first team anyway. So I hate that you can't just say we're going to get top half. I hate that you've got to say, we'll either be replacing you or, whatever. Ooh! Stadium expansion. The board have announced plans to build new seats in standing areas at the ground to raise the total capacity by 1,000 seats. The planned work is 675,000. Be carried out in order to comply with league requirements. Okay, so it's actually just because we have to. Additional funding for the project has been secured with a 350k grant. Okay, so that's like 325k we have to pay ourselves. It's going to take 7 months. That's like halfway through the season anyway, and it's actually going to be temporarily reduced whilst we do it, so we're actually going to have less people coming in at the start of the season. How is that not affected the finances? Why has that not affected the finances? Did we take a loan? We did. Okay, so we did half of it as a grant, and then we took a 350k loan to cover the rest. It was 325k, wasn't it though? Why have we took 350k unless my maths is wrong? So we had 600. Is this the loan? The grant? Is the grant the loan? Then how have we paid for the rest of it? Don't understand. So we did, they're 2 separate things. So we did a 339. Wait, what? This is money into the club. 339,000 on interest. Is that what they call a loan in the game? That says loan income. Is that income from the players going out on loan, not loans you take in? I'm guessing it is. This is very confusing. This is really confusing. So we got 339,000 on interest, which I'm guessing is the loan we've took out, and then 339,000 on grants. So that's definitely the grant they're talking about here. Right. So it hasn't actually come out of our balance, which is probably good because money now is going to be more important than money later because 350k now is a huge amount of our budget, whereas if we keep progressing as a club, once you get to like League One Championship level, 350k is not as much. Whether this club has the potential to go that high, I don't know. But we are going to be paying 3.5 grand a month. I think that's okay. I think that shouldn't hurt our finances too much at all. So that should be good. And then that's going to obviously give us bigger seats. So we've got 2,778 will be used in normal. What? So we'll have a capacity of 3,500. Right. Okay. Very confusing. I don't know what's happening here. I don't understand these numbers. We'll just come back when it's done in December. So it's going to be like half the season anyway. Whatever. Whatever. We'll leave it and we'll come back to it when it's all done, and then the numbers will make sense. So a little bit more of end of season money stuff. So we've got a tax bill of around 55k. That's not too crazy because we did like a lot of money this year. We've actually got some new sponsorship deals. We got a 1-year stadium deal at 42.5. So we've actually pretty much doubled more than doubled our sponsorship, which is good. We definitely needed that. So 70k that's come in. Yeah, I was gonna say. So we were in the 600k now. We're doing all right. We can definitely afford to spend a little bit more than I think we're going to plan to spend. But yeah, I think we're doing well. So financially, I think the club's in a really good place, which for a team at this level is usually very rare to say. So the preview for the upcoming National League season is this. From National League North coming up, obviously ourselves and Scunthorpe, and then Torquay and Wealdstone came up from National League South, who are both very much National League regulars in their own right. Relegated from League 2 was Oldham and Sutton, who Oldham must have went up and then came back down because they are a National League side. They actually won the playoffs in the National League, but then obviously they've gotten relegated from League 2, 23rd in League 2, so they are straight up and back down. And then Sutton finished bottom of League 2, who obviously got relegated in real life the season before this one. In the game they finished 18th, so I guess still not great. So two teams that are actually in the National League now, so a lot of these teams are actually in the National League. I think these three, no, Wealdstone are definitely in the National League, so definitely these two. Did Wealdstone go down? Yeah, so they actually went down in the National League in the first in-game season. So they've actually done the opposite of Oldham, where Oldham went up and came straight back down. They went down and came straight back up. So I think for the National League, do we have... No, we don't have the updated league table yet, so we haven't had the season tick over. So when that does happen, we'll take a look at season preview. Free transfer day is slowly approaching. Obviously, free transfers from Scotland and a couple of the young players as well do end 1st of June. We've taken a look, and there really isn't anyone that's either going to be a good fit for us or is actually good enough to play for us, or actually has reasonable wage demands. We do have one offer in at the club. That is not a goalkeeper that I want, is it? I don't know. Okay, so that's a director of football trying to sign a goalkeeper. I'll take a look. He's got a face, so that's promising. But I'm actually interested in this one. Stephen Turner, a 19-year-old ball-winning midfielder from Ipswich. We've offered him £150 a week on a 1-year deal as a breakthrough prospect, and he's actually accepted it. So if we could get him in, he is probably only good enough for the National League North, but I think if we could get him in and replace him with Shalner, that's at least an upgrade on what we've got. And then if we can go and find someone better, then he can be a very good second choice, I think, for the National League. We've actually had our first proper big transfer offer. Millwall have come in for Kobe Small, who I'm not surprised because he does have decent potential, but I guess that's a little bit low on Millwall, a championship side. He's only got League 2 potential, which for us is great, but for them it's a little bit low. So I'm surprised they're interested in him, probably because he had such a great season. I don't really want to sell him, but he's going to be unsettled if we don't. I think he's probably good, but not amazing for the level. So if we can get a good offer, he's definitely someone I would be interested in. So I think first thing first, we need a 50% of next sale, non-negotiable. We don't want to do any of it in installments. I think if we can get up to let's say the max of his value, 140 plus a 50% sell on, they might just say no to this straight away. That might be a bit high. Let's see what they do. Yeah, okay. And then instantly he's burst into my office to tell me he's not happy. Right, let's tell him. The finances weren't right. Right, no. I want to offer him for a certain amount. I don't think the finance was right. No, I'm not going to agree to let him go. I want to say I'll give him away for a certain amount. I've definitely seen that option before, a lot of times. No. No point is we'll come back to this if they make another offer. No. What's it going to take to keep you here, I guess? He needs to be playing in League 1. Oh, so they've just got relegated. Okay. I understand, but I don't think it's achievable. But I have to wait and see the caliber. No. I don't think it's reasonable. Show faith. No. I don't want. No, I want it to be for a certain amount. What's the words I have to say to get that option? Pay rise. All right. This is what I want. I understand your reason for wanting this move. I'll let you go if Miller offer a reasonable amount. What is a reasonable amount? I said 140. So then he's coming with 275k. Okay, well, I'll just say that then, because that's way more than I need from them. But, yeah, we definitely don't need 275k for him. He's actually wanted by a few clubs. Does he? Well, does he really have good... He might have... I think his potential might be higher than our coach thinks. I don't want to lose him, but, you know, he's going to be unsettled. We might as well cash in on him. Not that we really need the money. Right, we signed Turner, so at least one bit of good news is we signed Turner. So at least we've got him in. Let's get him into the 11 as well. Where is Turner? Is he not joined yet? Does he join? Okay, he joins 1st of July. Right, no worries. So, Kobe Small, probably on his way out. All the rest of these, all on their way out. The loans, either... Only Brad Mayo's contract's still out, but I'm not really too interested in him. I think we can get a better goalkeeper. Everyone else has got extensions. I think only Allport would be probably maybe Giggs and Allport would be the only ones I'd really want to sign anyway. Maybe Overton as well, I don't know. But no, none of them. Michael Laffey was being out on loan. He's actually done quite well at Ramsgate, but I just don't think he's got the quality to be with us next year. So he's going to move on. And then these 4 are moving on as well. We will let's give Chukwuemeka one more chance. We're keen on renewing. See, he wants 1.4. It's way too much. It's still too much. We can't offer him a deal. We'll try. You're not going to be a star player anymore. You're going to be a regular starter now. No, he wants star player. Important player? Okay, he'll be an important player. 1.4 grand a week. It's just so much. What's he on now? You literally want to triple your wage from one promotion. That's ridiculous. 700. That you'd be the joint highest player at the club to be second choice striker. No, I'm not even gonna negotiate. He's going. He wants too much. He's being ridiculous. He's not even gonna get that anywhere else. I mean, he might, but I don't see it. All right, QPR have come in from now. It's non-stop. Right, so we said 275k, which I think is too much. But I think a 50%, and I'm going to stick with it. We don't want installments though. We want it all up front. Come on, 140. So I think this isn't ridiculous now. So I thought that might have been ridiculous with Millwall, but now I've seen that he thinks he should be worth 275k. I'm really lowballing it here by going 140, but if we can get a 50% sell on as well, then that actually makes that really valuable. Right, they've just accepted that. So what I'll do now, here's a little trick for you. So now I know I can get at least 140 for him. I'm going to offer him out. So I'm going to lock in because we want the 50% sell on. So now I'm going to offer him out for a little bit more than 140. I'm going to offer him out for 160. And then if someone accepts that, then I'll go back and deny and cancel the QPR deal. Right, we're getting the season tick over as well. So after this is done, we'll be able to look at the season preview as well. It's all happening. It is all happening. QPR offer him, a loan back. I'm going to accept that, actually. Yeah, I would take him back on loan for a free wage. So basically, we'd be getting him back for, well, he's only got 1 year on his deal anyway, so it would be essentially like keeping him. I think that's okay. Mid-table, reach first round, quarter-final of the trophy. That's all fine with me. Reject that. Right, season tick over. Let's have a look. Where are we in the preview? Mid-table. Okay. I think we can do better than that. I think if we're mid-table, I think we can be in the top 7. I do think that. But I don't think we're too far off. The fact that we're mid-table is newly promoted. I mean, if you look at the other newly promoted, Scunthorpe, Torquay, and Wealdstone are all down the bottom end. When did Spennymoor go up? They went up in the first season. They won National League North in the first season. I completely forgot about that. Right, okay. Barrow expected to win the league. Weren't they in League 2? They got relegated first season. Right, okay. Makes sense. Rochdale, yeah, okay. Gateshead, so, yeah, that's about... This is very much looking like a regular National League season. Yeah, okay. I think we can at least challenge for playoffs, but I think we should be... so I think we can at least get playoffs, whether we can challenge for the league. I mean, York won the league last year. York are terrible. I mean, they finished bottom of the league too. So, yeah, I don't know. Right, that's where we are. Kobe Small probably leaving means we are very close to new season tick-over date anyway, so we'll definitely need to put centre-back on our shopping list. So another surprise, and a bit of a surprise one actually, Reece Allport's contract at Crewe got extended, where he's on £450 a week, but we actually were able to go in with a loan extension, which is something I've very rarely seen. He's actually a leading National League player, so this is a really good signing. So he's going to be paid £220 a week when he plays and £275 a week when he doesn't play. If we had him on a permanent and those wages, that would be crazy. So we are going to extend his loan for the season, which is really, really good for us. So we've got him on a season-long loan. I mean, he was only here for since January of last year, maybe a little bit less than that. 5 goals and 4 assists in 12 games in the league below. He's going to be good at this level, I'm sure of it. So he's going to come in, probably go straight in the side as well. He probably comes in on the left-hand side. Where is he? There he is. And then we'd probably put Kiddo back on the right, and then Mully goes on the bench. I think that's good. So I think we need either a striker. I think we need a striker. I'm not convinced that Mundell Smith is going to be the only option for us going forward. I do think we might need someone else there. Could Kamani Ryan play up top? Can he play up top? Kamani Ryan. I mean, Taylor Hart could also play up there, can't he? You're pressing forward. I guess a little bit. What about Kamani Ryan? Kamani Ryan, are you a striker? No, not really. So I think, Mundell Smith probably the only out-and-out striker. He's a decent... I think he's decent. I think he'll be good. He's a decent National League. But he's got potential, so... We're getting very close to this free transfer day as well, so lots of business soon to be done. So we are at 30th of June, which means a lot of the players have left, so a lot of the loans have gone back. Michael Laffey's contract has also expired, so his loan obviously has gone. We have got a director of football. Let's enter contract renegotiations, because he's not bad. £250 a week. I think that's what he's on now. $275. Fair enough. I don't think it matters how good they are. They tend to... I've noticed that it doesn't really matter how good they are. They tend to offer the same kind of players. So the following players have all left. So Hendry obviously was only in on cover as a short-term deal. He was actually okay. He did score at once as well, which is cool. McCammon was really good in the first season. Kind of a bit part player in the second season. Hines had a really good spell, but his injury kind of ruined him, and I don't think he'll be any good at this level. Anyway, Chukwuemeka is a sad one to see leave, honestly. He is an absolute gunman. Whether he would make the step up to the National League, I don't know. Can we sign him back? No. Okay, he definitely doesn't want to join back. Fair enough. And then Laffey we know about. So everyone else is... contract runs out next year. I think there's a couple of youngsters who've got a deal past the next season. So we'll look at these as the season progresses. I think there's a few we're already probably identifying. Taylor Hart, Simiyu, Knight, probably Kamani Ryan as well. So probably a couple of those. Maybe some others. I think there's some already we're probably looking at as maybe we shouldn't have renewed them. But Ibrahim scored an absolute boatload. So to get him on a new deal for, it's £450 a week. It's not cheap, but yeah, I don't know about that one. Maybe we should let him go. Shalner, he's cheap, so I don't mind letting him stay. I think if we had to move them on anyway, I think we'd be okay. So very close to free transfer day, so hopefully we should start to see a lot of players coming in. This is the squad we've got now. We've still got a couple of loans who need to leave. So this is the squad we have now, a team of 15. Obviously, Kobe Small's also got a transfer offer, so he's guaranteed to probably leave because they are much bigger clubs than us. So probably got a team of 14, so we definitely need to make some additions. We have got a fair bit of money to work with, not a crazy amount, about $2,500 a week. So could we do something there? I don't know who this is. Anthony Nunez, are you any good? Mansfield, not, never played. 1-7 on one-on-ones, absolutely not. You are not joining us. Right, let's go hopefully make some signings. So a little bit more business. Zach Giggs' loan has ended, but we got our new player in. So Stephen Turner is in on a 1-year deal, £150 a week to be a breakthrough prospect. He's only a leading National League North player, but I think he's better than Chalner. He improves us now, which is important. And then should we find someone else, we can move Chalner on. So... and I think he's already wanted for a lot of loans anyway. So if we needed to move him on, he's only at £90 a week anyway. So it'd probably be really easy to move him on anyway. Obviously, Ibrahim can also play back here as well, but I do think he's better as an attacking mid. How much he's going to fit into the squad with Luca Lynch, who's also probably that's his position, as well as Copley. But it's early doors. We don't know who's going to play where yet. So think it's all to play for, really. But he's probably got that position now, unless we can find someone else. I think he's actually, he's got a little bit of potential, nothing crazy, but I think he's actually looks okay. He's got some decent physicals, some decent passing and tackling as well for the level, good work rate. Stats wise, I'm not usually an attributes person. I usually more rely on the coaching summary, but the coaches at this level aren't very good. So I think the better you get in the game, the more reliable the stars are as well anyway. Because I think Kobe Small has probably bigger potential than League Two, because championship clubs are interested in him. And the game and the clubs in the game kind of know a little bit more than you anyway. So if good teams are after a player, he's probably pretty good. Not always the case, but usually. But we are on free transfer day, so we will go see what's available and hopefully bring a lot of trials in, a lot of youngsters in, and hopefully bring in some quality players. So as we've been doing our free transfer stuff, obviously we've got a ton of players in on trial. These are the ones we've identified as good enough to offer a contract to. I want to offer a contract to Ashby Hammond as well, but we've only got $2,500 available, and we've already committed to $2.9 grand. Obviously, most of these players won't sign with us because they all have bids from other clubs as well. A few of these are definitely not signing for us. I don't think any of them, not one of them has an offer from not anywhere else. So I'd say probably 90, I would say we might get one or two out of these. So we are very much looking for players, and it has been a little bit more difficult than the last 2 seasons. But Ashby Hammond's another one we will go in for once we can hopefully get a little bit of money available to us once some of these players start to go elsewhere or actually sign with us, and then we can actually start to move maybe 1 or 2 on as well. But whilst that's all happening, Joe Knight has actually came to us and said he wants to move clubs, which is really disappointing because he's a really good player, and I'd be ashamed to lose him. What I usually do when this happens, and this is kind of cheating, but I usually go in and offer them a new contract and get them to sign a new deal. So hopefully we can do that, because he wants so much money and we don't have any money to offer him. This is the only time that's not going to work, right? Okay. What do you want, Joe? I want you here. You should probably end this conversation. Okay. Is he leaving? He's leaving. We will probably sell him, unfortunately. Seems like Tranmere want him. We'll offer him out. I'd rather just keep him for the year, though, because he's a really good player, and just consider it like a loan, I guess. Don't know. We'll see what happens. Right, Kobe Small is on his way to QPR. So we got 140k coming in and 50%. But we are getting him back on loan, so we don't really need to replace him. Obviously we do. His value is 210 to 600. I think I've undersold him. I think I've really undersold him there. You know what? 1 season in National League North, to get 140k at this level for a player like that, I'm okay with that. He's come back in on a free loan, so he probably would have left at the end of the year anyway. Probably too good for us anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Whether we stick with him or bring in one of our own players, it just depends. But I'm not too fussed on that. I think 140k, and we've got him on a free, which actually means we should have a little bit more money, right? 2.9 available. Yeah, we probably still can't offer a contract to Hammond yet. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what develops with Joe Knight. He'll probably be leaving. If we can get him back on loan as well, that would be good. But he might be one that's going, and I guess Ibrahim would be the one to naturally fill in there. But that does mean we're probably a little bit weak in this position. Otherwise, we'll just see how it goes. I think we're still early days. We're still at the beginning, so we should be able to get a few in at least very soon. So we have made our first signing of the new window in terms of actually, free transfers. Obviously, we've signed a couple of youngsters and stuff ahead of the time, but since the free transfer day, this is the first one we've got over the line. So Luca Ashby Hammond comes in as a free. He's only going to be a backup, but I think he'll probably be the first choice goalkeeper. He's a good National League goalkeeper. He relishes big matches. Honestly, there's nothing really bad about him. He's consistent. He likes big matches. He's good for the level. And looking at his stats, I think he's very good. So I don't know why he's only wanting to be a backup, but he's very much going to be a first choice for us. Obviously, coming from Fulham, had a couple loans in the National League with Stockport and Aldershot recently. Recently spent time out on loan in League Two, but didn't really play much for Notts County as well. So I just think he needs some games. 24-year-old, perfect age. I think he's going to come in and be a starter for us. So Luca Ashby Hammond on a 1-year deal. Pretty cheap as well. Not bad. We have got a couple more signings over the line. The first one is Gabriel Overton. He's back at the club. Obviously, he had a decent loan spell last year. Scored 8 and 30 in National League North. He is very much, again, going to be a second choice player, but it's a free loan, again, using that affiliate from Peterborough. This was actually something the director of football did. He can be recalled as well, but they only expect him to be a fringe player, so I think he was good, and honestly, I could see him being very good. He's got League 2 potential. I still think he's a good player. His physicals are crazy for this level, so genuinely, if we had him as our starting striker, I'd be happy with that. But he's come in on a free loan, so can't really argue with that. He's going to compete with Mundell Smith. He might even be better than Mundell Smith, you know. Is he better than Mundell Smith? I think he might be better than him. It's very close. It's very, very close. Yeah, it's very close. I think, yeah, I mean, you're talking small differences here and there. Maybe Mundell Smith just edges it from technicals, but it's very close, so I think whoever we play there is going to be good. We've also signed Sonny Davis. He joins us on a 2-year deal. The young right back joins us from Southampton. He spent the last year out on loan to Vanamara South winners Torquay. Actually, no, that was the year before when they went down. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? I haven't worked this out right at all. Whatever. He was his last loan was to Torquay, so he's joined us on a 1-year deal. I do think Ahui is still going to be our starter just because he was so good, but there is a chance, obviously, if he doesn't cope with the step up. I mean, he looks really good defensively, maybe not as good, but he looks good physically as well, which is really what we want from our attackers. Our fullbacks to be able to get up and down the line. No offers as of yet for Joe Knight. We'll offer him out again. There is an offer. Okay, well, 150k, I think we'd take that. I think we'd probably just take that as it is. We have struggled to bring players in, though, but with that signing, we don't need you, so you can go. Richard Chin was someone I was looking at, but now we've got Sonny Davis in. I don't think we need to. He's only shown as a fringe player as well, so even if he does keep his spot, I don't think he'd be too upset playing as a bit part player. Yeah, I think the squad's shaping up. We still have a few positions we need to address, but I think goalkeeper's sorted now, right back's good. We definitely need another centre back and a left back. We definitely need a couple of deep midfielders. I'm happy with the attack. If we get a really good striker in, I think that's the only position I would really improve there, or maybe a really good attacking mid. But I think very much the defensive positions is where we need to be putting our focus for incomings. So the offer has come in for Joe Knight from Tranmere, who are a League One side, so very much have some money to play with. His value is anywhere from 20 to 180k, so I'm going to ask for the full 180. We are obviously looking to move him on because he doesn't want to stay. If we need to get a replacement, and we could do with some money. We've got money, but I guess we just need, I don't know, I think it's just availability is more the issue than money, but if he wants to leave, is he really going to be that committed anyway? Okay, they just straight up rejected it. Really, from 145 to 180, you're going to reject it because it's that's only an extra 35. I don't think, this is what I don't like about the game. I don't think in real life a team you would ever ask for an extra 35 grand and they would just say no, and that's it, the end of it. They would storm out, they're so furious with that mere suggestion. At the very least, they would say, no, it's a hard 145k, and then you could make that decision. I'd probably just accept it. But I guess we'll just offer him out again. 150k. Who's this from? Tranmere again. Okay, so this time we won't ask for so much, I guess. Let's see. Has it come back in? No, it hasn't. There's just some other stuff. Right. Well, we'll see what happens with that one. Right, so this time we've got the offer again from Tranmere. I'm not even going to mess around with it this time. We'll just accept it. So I think Joe Knight is on his way out of the club, which is really disappointing because he's very good. But whether he's worth that much anyway, I mean, I wouldn't be paying for him. I don't think he's really got any potential higher than this level. And Tranmere are in League One, so why they want a National League quality player who doesn't really have any more potential, I don't know. I guess he's only 19, so he could still get better. But I wouldn't be convinced of it. But he's been really good for us, so we definitely need to look at trying to find a playmaker to replace him. But I think for the time being, it will just be. I mean, I don't know if any of the other lads will be more suited. Could you do it? Maybe Luca Lynch. Maybe Luca Lynch. You're not really a playmaker, are you? I mean, Ibrahim's not really a playmaker either, is he? Guess he'd be the next available one. What about Luca Lynch? Could you do it? I don't know. I'm not convinced on any of them, to be honest. It was Luca Lynch we were already looking at. What about you? What about Copley? Maybe Copley, but I kind of want him as the attacking mid. We've got Chandler, but he's definitely not a playmaker, is he? He's definitely the ball winner. What about Turner? Yeah, you're definitely a player. Okay, I think... Do we retrain Luca Lynch? I mean, he's an attacking centre mid, so you'd think... Good pace, tackling's okay, good passing, good first touch. Not sure. I think for the time being, we'll just throw Ibrahim in, but whether we retrain someone to play there probably just depends on if we can bring someone in or not. Right? This is not funny now. The mass exodus seems to be starting. All of the players who are obviously too good for us are all realising this and deciding they're going to leave at the end of the contract. That's not good. We can't... right, okay, let's talk them one by one. Let's actually try and offer them new contracts one by one. I think that we might be over our... We might just have enough money to spare to actually offer them new deals. Right, Kiddo Taylor Hart, definitely one we'd like to keep. Let's see if we can get him tied down a little bit longer. Okay, we can offer him a deal, but he wants a crazy amount of money. What's he on now? Oh, we can't justify this. We cannot justify it. Anything more than 700 and we can't do it. I'm sorry. We just cannot pay this kind of money. We'll go 7. I don't think he's going to accept this, though. Right, max 750. He's not going to accept it now. Okay, so Kiddo Taylor Hart, he's probably going. Simeon, he might be a little bit more realistic. Let's see. Star player. Will he be important player? No, star player. All right. 1.2 again. You're on even less now, though. You're on... Oh, come on, click the right button. You're on 400. Oh, genuinely, this is killing me. Like, all our players just want to go. Right, 700. You know what? I usually don't put promotion wage riders and stuff like that in, but I'll chuck it in 20% just to try and keep the wage bill down now. 750, 2-year deal. Come on, you love it here. 830% of a promotion wage rise. No. Right, okay, that's a really good contract. We've just offered those two, and they're not interested. So these two could probably both be going. I want you here. Right, okay. They both want to go. Right, we'll just tell them it's fine, and we'll try and sell them, I guess. Right, so they're both leaving. So Taylor Hart wants to leave, so we'll offer him out. Right, we'll offer Taylor Hart out. We don't want players who I don't want to be here. It's just simple. Simeon, no offers. If no one comes in, then we'll happily keep them for the year and just consider them, gone at the end of the year, and we'll have to replace them. But these are two lads that could have been here for like a League 2 season if we went up. That's the only thing. Oh, but they're so good, like, it might just be worth keeping them for the year. And we've really struggled to bring players in this year. We really have. Forgot to mention, we did actually bring one in. So we've used our other affiliate. Again, this is Director of Football doing Director of Football things. But he's brought in MJ Kamara. He can play right back, but he is more of a centre-back at 6'1". Decent, good player. Free loan. It's a free hit, so happy with that. He's played actually pretty well in some decent leagues. I mean, Irish first, not really decent, but made one appearance for Lincoln. Went to Barwell as well in the non-playable league, so he's got a bit of experience. I don't think he'll start. I think we'll probably stick with Small. Well, you know what? Small, he's not even our player anymore, is he? Wow, his valuation shot up. Well, I guess they're both kind of the same. They're both here on 1-year deals, I guess. Yeah. We'll see. It could be Kamara, it could be Small, but definitely Simeon because he's our player, but probably not for long, so maybe it'll be both of them. I don't know. Who's next? Yeah, Kamara's a little bit better than Small, I think, so I think actually we will put Kamara in there. He is right-footed as well. Yeah, I think that works. I think Small was right-footed as well anyway. Yeah, he was. Okay, this is not going the way I wanted it to. We have got a couple more loans, trials that we're looking at. We're trying to bring it in, but this has been a tough window. We've probably done too good of business in National League North, and now we're in the National League. Players are just wanting to move on to like football league clubs. So, yeah, I guess the benefit of Kamani Ryan having that really bad injury is he probably doesn't overrate himself like some of the others have done. But yeah, I mean, we're struggling, man. We are struggling. So the good news and the bad news. Good news first, we have got one over the line. So Al Amin Kazim comes in on a 1-year deal, £425 a week. He's going to be probably our starting left back. over Horton, who probably, he's probably not going to make the step up. So he's going to come in. Horton can then go on the bench. And then, where's Ryan? He can come back up here. So that's probably how we're going to look in the back line. Obviously, there could still be some movements, but I do think he's a decent signing. Only wanted to be a squad player as well. He's a good National League level player. Some decent physicals, technically, he's very much just a jack of all trades, very decent overall. Previously of Colchester, didn't really play too well in League One, but this is a couple divisions down. He's played for a few different clubs, never really settled anywhere, really been in and around different sides, so hopefully he can settle in here and at least play a season for us. The bad news then being that the Tranmere, I guess it's good news because we got money, but Joe Knight has went to Tranmere on 145 grand. No sell-on clauses, anything like that. Looking at his valuation there, I think we've done well on that one actually. So yeah, they're bored now. I think he's got League One potential. Didn't show that when I was looking at him, said just National League. So maybe they are going to play him. I don't think he'll play him anyways. On a 1.2 grand a week to be a fringe player. Brighton do get 22 grand of that, which is kind of disappointing. And we've missed out on a really good player. Oh, I just saw that. Oh, I really wanted him. Nico O'Reilly looked really good. Probably too good for us anyway, but that is a shame. I don't want to pay any wages. Right. Joe Knight's gone, but that does mean we've probably got, even more money. So you'd think we'd be able to bring players in, but it's just availability. Anyone who's good is getting picked up by someone else. So this is another trialist I was looking at, but now we've brought Kazim in. We don't need him, or McManus, who just left back. So yeah, we've got a couple that we're still looking at. A couple of these look really good. This is another loan, actually. Do we need him? I'll wait probably for the scout report to come in on him. But it's a free loan, so maybe we'll just take him anyway. We've got a couple of DMs that we're looking at. I think we probably need a centre-back. Definitely need some defensive midfielders, though, because we are really light now. Really light in that area. I'm happy with the attack. I'm a little bit... I kind of just want to see how the two strikers get on before I go out and try and sign one. I'm kind of tempted to just start Overton, but... I don't know. Has Chukwuemeka found a club yet? Let's have a look. Oh God, how do you spell it? Caleb Chukwuemeka. Let's type in Caleb first. Let's filter it down. Caleb Chuck. Right, he's still a free agent. Would you be interested in coming back, Caleb? He would not. Whatever. Okay, well, we have actually got one over the line here just by trying to do that. So Luca Gunter can come in. That's a good signing. Well, it's an okay signing. He is very much just a youngster who's going to sign on a decent deal. He's got big potential, though, so it's not bad at all. So Luca Gunter, 3 stars, actually. Maybe he starts, actually. Maybe he's better than Hammond. Is he better than Hammond? Let's have a look. I didn't expect him to be this good. I think he's better, Yeah. I think we've got our new starting goalkeeper, actually. So Luca Gunter is in on a 2-year deal. Good National League player, League 2 potential, formerly of Tottenham. Never made an appearance before. But he looks all right, actually. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be good. £110 a week as well, so pretty cheap. But even better, we've got this guy coming in. I've just seen it. No, this is our goalkeeper. Eddie Beach. I really didn't expect... I'm sure he had offers from good clubs as well. I'm really surprised this one come off. So the 21-year-old Welsh, under 21 capped Welsh goalkeeper, comes in on a 2-year deal on £475 a week. He's a League 2 quality goalkeeper. Spent last year out on loan in League 1. Before that, he'd spent a year out on loan at Gateshead in the National League and then Chelmsford. So he's basically making the step up. Probably made a step too far there. But he looks really good. League 2 quality. He is straight in. And that does mean that we probably have a couple too many goalkeepers at the club now. So Hammond we've just signed, so you can go on the bench. Gunter, I think we now need to loan out. So if we can get Gunter on a loan out, but other worst case scenario, he's a 3rd choice player. And then Cowler, you're probably not needed now, so we will look to move you on. So Cowler is going to go, Gunter's going to go out on loan. So I think we've got Ashby Hammond as the backup, which he's happy to be, and then Eddie Beach is our new goalkeeper. So goalkeeping wise, we've actually done quite well. So I'm really not going to be too upset about that. So how are we doing financially? So we've still got 2.2k left, and obviously we can move a little bit more of the transfer budget in there. So we've actually got 3.5 grand of wage available, and we've offered £850 out. There's still a couple of players wanting to leave as well, so we could even bring in more funds, but we'll see what happens with those two. Other than that, I think we definitely need defensive midfielders. I'm happy with the back four. I'm happy with the goalkeeper. I think it's just these two here. I think we need to improve both of these before the window shuts. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy, I think. Whilst everything else is going on, we have actually started our yearly coaching course. If you don't know, the rules are basically because I feel that coaching courses actually up your reputation probably too quick than what's realistic. I'm going to limit myself to just one a year. So now we're working on our third one, so our National A. So it'll only take 4 months to do, and then once we've done that, we should get a little bit of a boost to our attributes and our reputation. So finally, we have found our Joe Knight replacement. Oisin Smith joins us on a 2-year deal on £700 a week. So we have paid a little bit for him, but he looks really good. He's a deep line playmaker. He's a leading National League player. He's never really dropped down this low. He's played in the Northern Ireland Premiership, and then obviously had some time in the Football League as well around Oxford and Blackpool. So decent player. I think it's probably one who looks really good mentally and physically. Technically, he looks only okay. We'll see how we get on, but I think he'll be a good player to have, and I think he's going to come straight into the team for the opening day. So that's, I think, our team sorted now. I don't think we really need to do too much else. Do we? Well, we had an offer for Jordan Rossiter as well. I don't think we need him. He looks really slow now. Now with Smith signing, I don't think we need him. So we'll leave him to go. We have still got a offer for Zach Bradshaw, but again, centre-back, I don't think we need him. I think he'd be fourth choice. I don't think we need 4 centre-backs. So I think that's the team. So it's going to be Beach in goal, a back four of a Hui. I've went with Small just because we've had a lot of changes in the team, and I think if we've already got that partnership at centre-back, it's probably best to just keep them together. So we'll have Small and Simiyu for now, unless he goes. Kazim at left back, and then midfield 2 of Turner and Smith. Then I think this is going to be our best 3. So I would have put Taylor Hart in, but he's another one who wants to leave. So I'd rather just play people who are actually going to be here. So Kamani Ryan on the right. I'm thinking Louis Copley in the middle. I'm thinking that's what we'll go with. And then Allport on the left. Obviously, he's alone, but I think he's quite good and he's probably happy to be here. Up top, I'm really torn between Mundell, Smith and Overton. I actually think Overton might be a little bit better, you know. I really do start to think that. And he was actually, his record didn't look great, but that was like nearly all substitute appearances. If you look there, he actually scored 13 in 12 starts. A lot of those were subs appearances, and you're talking like 20 minutes, 10 minutes a lot of times. Mundell Smith is fit and he is a permanent deal, so I am going to keep him there. I do very much think, though, if he doesn't hit the ground running, we'll replace him with Overton. And then, obviously, we've got a Sonny Davis at second choice right back. We've got MJ Kamara, who can play right back, but also is our third choice centre back. Brendan Horton is our second choice left back. Midfield, we have got Ben Shalner and who's the other one? Ibrahim. Do we put Ibrahim on the bench? I want to put Ibrahim on the bench, not Luca Lynch, because I think Ibrahim can play DM and Cam. So I think that's going to be better. So Ibrahim and Ben Shalner. Ben Shalner might go. We'll see what develops there. Luke Ashby Hammond, obviously our backup goalkeeper. For the attacking positions, obviously Ryan, we've got Treverne Mully, and we've got Kiddo Taylor Hart. Then behind, we've got Copley. Behind him, we would have probably Ibrahim or Luca Lynch. And then Mundell Smith behind him is obviously Overton, because we've just been talking about it. So I think this is the team. I don't think we'll do anything else. First game of the season is coming up against Rochdale. So we aren't right there, but I'm going to leave it because I think we've pretty much done anyway. I don't think we'll look to do any more business. If anything else happens before that game, then obviously we'll talk about it when we come back. But we will come back for the first 2 games of our new National League season. We are promoted, so this will be our first time in the National League, I believe, in the club's history. So this will be really interesting. Good pre-season against a load of, crap teams. So hopefully we've got a decent dynamic coming into it. No players unhappy. Promises, no one's kicked off yet. Doesn't seem like anyone's kicked off that we've signed players, because really, these guys haven't really been replaced, have they? So yes, we do need to do the facilities and the coaching stuff, but I'm not going to do that because we haven't got any money. Oh, we do have a bit of money, actually. Should we do the facilities? I don't really want to put money into it. I'll leave it. I'd rather have it for the playing, because we might not be here forever. So I think that's the team we're going to go with. Roster obviously not there, so I think the team is looking good. So what have we got there? So 7 there. You know what? I'll just do all of them and then take away Rossiter. That'll be easier. So we've got a 23-man squad. I think 1 or 2 are still going to leave. So I think that's good. I think that's quite all right for what we've got. I think a 21-man squad would be perfectly acceptable for us. So there you go. I hope you appreciate it. Obviously, these episodes do take a little bit more to edit and stuff because there is so many in and outs of the game. But hopefully you guys appreciated this longer episode as well. So thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the series. And I'll see you all for our third season and our first season in the National League with Peterborough Sports of North to Prem very soon.